back-breaking because as a defense, we know we're good enough.
Right.
But right now, our offense can't help us. And he got 2 forced fumbles, Ocho.
What you think gonna happen when I got Judy, huh? And Joku, and the rest of them boys at my disposal as my weaponry? If I can do this with my 3s and 4s and 2s out here in a preseason game, all he's done all his life is win, huh? That's all he's done.
The NFL world is buzzing once again, and this time the spotlight is firmly on Shedeur Sanders. His name is echoing across every sports desk, every debate show, and every fan forum. The question on everyone's mind, should the Cleveland Browns finally make the move and bring him in as their quarterback? Shannon Sharpe broken down every angle, looking at what Joe Flacco delivered on the field, and their conclusion is clear. There's no other option left for the Browns but Shedeur Sanders. This isn't just speculation anymore. It feels like a call to action, a demand for change, and the pressure is building fast.
That's all it is. From the draft process to getting drafted in the 5th round to the owner coming out and saying what he said last week to now. Man, come on with that bullshit, man.
I don't see how Kenny Pickett still remains number 2. He hadn't practiced since the 26th of July, if I'm not mistaken. So he's been dealing with a hamstring injury.
Ocho isn't letting up one bit. In a powerful response that's already making waves across the league, he fired back at Shedeur Sanders' critics with unshakable conviction. Ocho made it crystal clear that those questioning Shedeur aren't offering fair analysis. They're simply trying to drag down a rising star. He even went as far as to call Shedeur the best quarterback option Cleveland currently has. His message cut straight to the heart of the ongoing debate, pointing at the draft drama and the recent rumblings within the Browns organization, framing them all as deliberate attempts to rattle Shedeur's focus and control the story being told about him. Ocho pushed even further, making it clear he wasn't holding anything back. He pointed to the Browns' decision to elevate Dillon Gabriel, but quickly reminded everyone that this isn't Oregon anymore. This is the NFL, a league filled with grown men fighting to provide for their families, and they're not about to take it easy on a rookie. According to Ocho, this move is nothing more than another attempt to undermine Shedeur Sanders, because deep down, everyone knows who the real future quarterback of the Browns is. In his eyes, no matter how much they try to shift the focus, it's Shedeur Sanders who stands as the undeniable choice to lead this franchise.
I mean, no disrespect to him, he's not the answer. Dillon Gabriel had success at Oregon when the lights come on, but it's a different ball game in the NFL with them grown men that got mouths to feed. Everyone should get an ample chance to win their starting position. We already know who quarterback one is going to be. We know who that's going to be. The depth chart doesn't mean anything. What they're trying to do is they're trying to break young bull. They're trying to break him.
Ocho cranked up the heat even more, unleashing his sharpest criticism yet on the Browns' ownership and front office. He flat-out challenged the people in charge, asking how much longer it would take for them to recognize who their true franchise quarterback really is. His anger was clear as he pointed to the constant instability the team has suffered, with quarterback after quarterback coming and going, leaving no lasting solution. To drive his point home, Ocho reminded fans that the last dependable signal caller Cleveland had was Bernie Kosar back in the 1980s. That wasn't just nostalgia. It was a stinging reminder of decades of poor decisions, failed evaluations, and the inability to build a consistent leader at the most important position on the field. Ocho kept the pressure on, tearing into the Browns' reputation as a franchise. He argued that after years of blunders and failed quarterback experiments, it's hard to trust that this organization suddenly knows what it's doing. Time and again, the Browns have proven that their problem isn't just identifying talent. It's nurturing and developing it the right way. He highlighted the irony of the moment. Cleveland finally has a rising star in Shedeur Sanders, yet they're dragging their feet when it comes to giving him the shot he's earned. For Ocho, that hesitation exposes the franchise's outdated approach more than it reflects on Shedeur's ability to lead.
Brown, the last one that has been of decency has been Bernie Kosar, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's in mid-80s, though.
Mid who? Okay,
Mid-80s.
well, there you go. There you go. That's no disrespect to any of the quarterbacks that have played there, but it is what it is. We talk about consistency. Have we had one for a decade that we've been able to lean on and build around?
You had a couple of years. You got a couple of years of Baker, but outside of that, no.
Come on. No disrespect. Come on now.
Shannon Sharpe jumped in and turned up the intensity, making the debate even hotter. He didn't hold back, claiming the Browns never truly drafted Shedeur Sanders with the vision of him becoming their franchise quarterback. To Shannon, it looked more like a roll of the dice, a safe, low-risk move, rather than a serious investment in building around a future star. He stressed that the problem isn't Shedeur's skill, it's the organization's mentality. Despite the talent and glimpses of greatness Shedeur has already displayed, the Browns continue to treat him as nothing more than a developmental backup instead of giving him the chance to prove he can lead the team from day one. Ocho doubled down, blasting the Browns' leadership with even harsher words. He demanded answers from the front office, pressing them on how much longer it would take before they finally recognized their true franchise quarterback. His anger was fueled by the endless cycle of failed experiments at the position, with Cleveland stuck in the same revolving door year after year. To really drive the point home, he reminded everyone that the Browns haven't had a dependable quarterback since Bernie Kosar back in the 1980s. That reference wasn't just for nostalgia. It was a scathing critique of decades filled with mismanagement, bad scouting decisions, and the inability to properly develop long-term talent at quarterback.
Brown, the last one that has been of decency has been Bernie Kosar, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's in the mid-'80s, though.
Mid who? Okay, well, there you go. There you go. That's no disrespect to any of the quarterbacks that have played there, but it is what it is. We talk about consistency. Have we had one for a decade that we've been able to lean on and build around?
You had a couple of years. You got a couple of years of Baker, but outside of that, no.
Come on. No disrespect. Come on now.
Ocho refused to back down, sharpening his criticism of the Browns even further. He questioned how fans are expected to trust a franchise that has spent years making questionable choices and cycling through quarterback after quarterback without success. To him, Cleveland has proven that the problem isn't just about finding talent. It's about their repeated failure to develop it once they have it. He underscored the irony of the moment. With Shedeur Sanders in their hands, a player with the potential to change the team's future, the Browns are dragging their feet. Ocho argued that this hesitation reflects outdated thinking and organizational flaws far more than it says anything about Shedeur's ability to step up and deliver. Shannon Sharpe piled on, making the criticism even louder. He argued that when the Browns picked Shedeur Sanders, it wasn't with a real plan to make him the cornerstone of the franchise. Instead, it looked like a cautious gamble, a safe move without any true commitment behind it. For Shannon, the real problem isn't whether Shedeur has the tools to succeed, but whether the organization has the right mentality. Despite the moments of brilliance Shedeur has already displayed, the Browns continue to treat him like a side project rather than giving him a legitimate chance to take the reins. In Shannon's eyes, this hesitation shows a lack of vision and an unwillingness to embrace Shedeur as the leader he's capable of becoming. Ocho highlighted that Shedeur is challenging the Browns to let him prove himself with the real arsenal, the Njokus, the Judys, the top-tier talent on the roster. Shedeur doesn't want to be evaluated while working in the shadows with second-string players. He wants the chance to show what he can do alongside the team's true playmakers. According to Ocho, this isn't anything new for Shedeur. Competing head-to-head and earning his spot has been the story of his entire career, and he's ready to do it again on the biggest stage.
What you think gonna happen when I got Judy, huh? And Njoku, and the rest of them boys at my disposal as my weaponry? If I can do this with my 3s and 4s and 2s out here in a preseason game, all he's done all his life is win, huh? That's all he's done.
At the heart of this heated debate lies one undeniable truth. Shedeur Sanders has the talent, drive, and mentality to be more than just a backup project in Cleveland. Ocho and Shannon Sharpe may come at the issue from different angles, but both point to the same conclusion. The Browns' hesitation is costing them. With years of instability at the quarterback position, the franchise finally has a young, dynamic player who can change its future. Yet old habits and outdated thinking are holding them back. Ocho's fiery defense emphasizes that Shedeur thrives when given the chance to compete with the best. He wants to be tested with the top-tier weapons on the roster, not hidden behind the curtain of scout team reps. Shannon adds weight to the argument by calling out the Browns' lack of vision, stressing that Shedeur deserves to be treated as a legitimate candidate for the starting job, not just a gamble. The Browns are at a crossroads. Do they continue repeating history, cycling through quarterbacks and excuses? Or do they take a stand, give Shedeur Sanders the keys, and finally build around a quarterback who has already proven he's ready for the challenge? What do you think about all this? Are the Browns making a huge mistake by hesitating to give Shedeur Sanders the starting role? Or are they right to keep holding him back for now? Do you believe Ocho and Shannon are spot on in their criticism of the organization? Or do you see it differently? Most importantly, if you were in the Browns front office, would you hand the reins to Shedeur right now or stick with the current plan? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.